the more consistent I become with my eating and my dosing, the easier it is to control my blood sugar and know how much to dose and what to expect really. I used to eat like before I followed the Dr. Bernstein's program of low carb, high protein. I used to do fasting, but I had this ideology of, and I'm not saying it's wrong, but for diabetes it's tough. It's IFFYM if it fits your macros. Basically, you want to count your calories, and if it fits your budget, you can eat it. It's flexible eating. So I was eating a relatively higher carb diet, and the way I went about it was, okay, I fast, and then lunch or first meal might be a snack, might be like 40 carbs, 30 carbs, and I was really off with my carb counting sometimes, but the main point I'm trying to get across is every dose would be different, and I would never know what to expect, except when I was fasted. When I was fasting, pretty much saved my life. Like, I kept kind of an understanding of what my blood sugars were going to be. But the more I become consistent with what breakfast I'm eating, what lunch I'm eating, what dinner I'm eating, now I'm not a robot, but it's pretty much the same thing day to day. If you have a personality type like me, which is very, I enjoy routine, I like schedule, I like expecting almost the same thing. But there's of course a limit to it. The way I'll switch up my meals, so breakfast is usual egg whites, cheese, some kind of nuts like almonds or walnuts. For my carbs, I eat very low carb for breakfast, and some whole eggs, and then egg whites, and then cheese with that, and then there's nuts. I'll take about anywhere from 8 units to 7 units of Novel and R, and that should cover me. And I do have a big dawn phenomenon in the morning, or at least it's hard to control my blood sugar in the morning because of hormones, but I'm slowly getting better and becoming more sensitive to insulin. Lunch is usually it's fish because I like to feel lighter. That's my pre-workout meal. Usually 4 hours later I'll work out, 5 hours later let the food really digest. I don't feel too full, too stuffed with fish, but I feel light and satisfied. So it might be a tilapia with some avocados, romaine, cucumbers, some nuts. And the dinner is usually a heavier protein, like a chicken or a beef with some egg whites and cheese with the egg whites. And what I'm trying to say is, when you know how much you're dosing and you're consistent, you've seen the past result, so you know what to expect. And for me, the big part was going to sleep and not having to set a lot of alarms. Now I'm not preaching like I have no alarms. I have my days, sometimes I might I'll get into how I reward myself, but consistent dosing has really helped me tremendously. I can always expect usually a window of anywhere from 70 milligrams per deciliter, depending on how fine tuning I am, to under 120, under 130. If I do see a high, it's probably because something went wrong. Obviously, I'm not gonna be. It's diabetes. You're gonna expect a lot of crazy stuff, but if you really think about it, you're dosing something different every day, you're going to expect a different result. It's just common sense. It's math. I'm not trying to be emotional or bash anyone. It's just different dosing will cause different expectations. You're not going to be perfect with your math, but if you're eating consistently and your calories are the same, there's got to be some kind of, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about stuff I don't know, but if you're keeping your calories consistent, your blood sugar should be, well, obviously with macronutrients, but I'm not saying that just that part is going to cover your blood sugar, but just becoming more aware of, okay, I'm having my post-workout meal this time, usually 6 days out of the week, and then breakfast is usually this time when I'm dosing this much, when my blood sugar's in this range. That's just being attentive and dialed to your blood sugar. And I want to end this off. I know this is a little scattered, but these are my thoughts right now. It's a little late right now, and I want to end off with this. Think about this for a minute. Some people get offended when I talk about healthy eating with type 1 diabetes, even if you're a type 2 diabetic. But this is stuff I strongly believe. The more discipline we have, the more freedom we'll have. The less alarms we have to set, the less pain we have to go through when we see that 231 correct, dose again or check again. you're low here. My thing is, if you're complaining about your blood sugar and you're wondering why, stop wondering why. You got to get to it in a sense of go educate yourself, pick up that new book, watch those new videos, follow that whatever lifestyle eating you want. You know, for me, I'm always going to push low carb, but whatever is going to help you have more stable levels and enjoy your life more and have a longevity with diabetes. If you're not complaining and you're enjoying it, then cool. It's a different podcast. That being said, thank you so much for listening. I'll catch you guys soon.